Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 2026 City of Aiken Planning Commission meeting. And before the meeting start, I'll go over our public forums for the meeting. Meetings are public forums in which many opinions are expressed and the business of the city must be conducted. As such, discipline, honorable, and professional decorum is paramount. Courtesy and respectful communication is required. During public comments periods of the meetings, all questions and statements from the public should be directed to the chair. If you wish to speak, raise your hand and the chair will recognize you. Please approach the podium and state your name and address. In order to allow an opportunity for everyone who wishes to address the commissions, speakers should limit their comments to the agenda items of application being discussed. Each speaker will be given 5 minutes to address an issue and may only address an issue once unless questions from the commissions are posed to the speaker. The next item on the agenda for tonight, we'll go over the approval for the minutes from the last regular session for December the 9th.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
It's been moved that the minutes be accepted and second. Are there any questions? All in favor? Then vote on by the raise of hand. I didn't hear you. Right. There's three, so we had just two to vote, which was Clayton and Roscoe, correct? Yes, and myself, 3. Okay. All right. There are no old business. Under new business, the elections of office tonight, and it's stated by the bylaws that officers should be voted in tonight. A chairman, vice chairman, and secretary are to be elected at the January meeting as soon as they're up. We're ready for the recommendations.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to nominate Charles Matthews for the position of chairman.
We need to second it.
I'll second that motion.
You're second it? And that is making sure I have your name, Scott, correct?
Yes, sir.
It's been moved and seconded by Scott that I, Charles Matthews, be the chairman of the Planning Commission. Are we ready for the question? Are there a vote? All in favor, let it be known by the raise of hands. Thank you. Now I am in the hot seat.
Thankfully, you don't have to move.
Yeah, exactly.
You want me to work for vice?
Yeah, now we need one for the vice chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to nominate Clayton Clarkson for vice chair.
Commissioner Roscoe nominated Clayton for the vice chairman, as well as it's been seconded by Commissioner Caleb. Are there any questions? All in favor of the so said motion, let it be known by raising the hand. All right, Mr. Clayton is now our vice chairman, and we still have to vote on. Now we need the nomination, and normally our secretary is Myra, so we need a motion as well still.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Ms. Moultrie, our planning director, to be our secretary.
I'd second that.
All right, it's been nominated that Ms. Myra remain the secretary by Commissioner Clayton. It's also been seconded by Commissioner Roscoe. Are there any questions? All in favor of the so said motion, let it be known by raising your hand. All right, Ms. Myra, thank you so much. Election. All right, moving right along to application B. Application number 26-20012, request by Lewis M. Duncan for annexation of a single-family dwelling on 0.47 acres. Excuse me, and this is for an annexation. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor of this? Are there anyone here that would like to speak against it? Okay, back to the commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, in regards to application 26-20012 annexation request, current zoning RSC, proposed zoning RS15, I make a motion that we move to City Council for approval.
It's been moved by Commissioner Clayton and also second by Commissioner Caleb that we send this to City Council for approval. Are there any questions? All in favor of the so said motion, let it be known by raising your hand. It's unanimous. Moving down to, excuse me here. Item C. Another annexation request, application number 26-20013, current zoning, residential, single-family, RC, as proposed zoning is residential, single-family, RS10. Are there anyone here that would like to speak in favor of this application? Anyone here that would oppose this application? Back to the commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, in regards to application 26-20013 annexation request, current zoning RSC, proposed zoning RS10, I make a motion that we move to City Council for approval.
And I'll second that.
Okay. It's been moved by Commissioner Clayton that we send application number 26-20013 and second by Commissioner Scott to City Council for approval. Are there any questions? All in favor, so say it. Let it be raised by known by raising your hand. Sorry about that. We're down to item D, which has been removed from the application process tonight. We'll move on to application E. Application E is a number 26-23002, concept plan revision, tax parcel number 122-17-04-004, application Coffee Talk 7 LSC. Are there anyone here that would like to speak in favor of this?
Yes, sir. My name is David Banks. I represent Coffee Talk LLC, Coffee Talk 7, I believe it is. Beginning of this year, beginning of last year, we had to go through a PD review and approval through the city, and got that. One of the questions that came up at the time was about a cooler that is external from the building, which you can see. This is a concept plan that we submitted with that, and shows the 3 arrows. That was approved during the planning commission meetings and at the city council meetings. During construction, to be honest with you, the corporate came up with a revised wrap. It's called that's a cooler. There's a wrap around it. It's a vinyl wrap, and the contractor and owner at that time proceeded with that revision, but did not realize it was something that should have come before this group and the city council. I guess it goes to the city council, for approval. The one question I think that really came up is it's a 7B, which is their symbol for 7 Brew, as a watermark in this wrap, and that considered it as a sign versus just a common wrap around a structure. So we do request that this change. I do have blow-ups a little bit better where you can see that 7 Brew. I can pass those out if y'all want to. I don't know. The information that came to me by email was not very clear on that. And I'm willing to give those. I have them here if y'all want to look at them a little bit closer. But it is I believe the 7B, which is the problem that we're requesting that be allowed on this sign wrap.
I think there was actually some discussion that it's so small.
Yeah,
You
it
have to get
is
someone
very small. It's
that-
probably about 3 or 4 inches. And it is like a watermark like you have on a piece of paper,
Yep.
you know, like if you have a letter.
We were actually treating this more as just a change in the mural design and not
Okay.
so much as signage.
Yeah, that, whatever that is.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't, it's kind of, this isn't, I don't do signage, so, yeah. But I do have blow-ups to these areas where you can actually see the watermarks a little better. If y'all want to see those, will, you know, be happy to give them to you. I think that's it.
Any questions from the
Questions y'all have?
commissioners?
Okay, thank you.
Are there anyone here that opposed this application? Okay, back to the commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, in regards to application 26-23002, concept plan revision for tax parcel number 122-17-04-004, zoning PC, I make a motion that we move to City Council for approval.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Clayton that application number 26-23002, concept plan revision, as well as second by Commissioner Roscoe, that we move this to City Council for approval. Are there any questions? All in favor of the so said motion, let it be known by raising your hand. It's unanimous. Okay. Item F, application number 26-23001, concept plan request tax parcel number 123-11-01-003, applicant South Carolina State Federal Credit Union. And is there anyone here to speak in favor of this application? Yes, sir.
Yes, hey, hi, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. I'm Jim Kynard. I'm the President and CEO of South Carolina State Federal Credit Union. We are a credit union that is a statewide institution. We have about $1.4 billion in assets, about 300 employees, and about 100,000 members across the state. We are looking to add a 20th location, second one here in Aiken. We will continue to, we already have one over on the other side of town. This one is about 5 miles away, and we're just looking to increase our presence in the Aiken market. We built several branches along these lines, which I have a couple of folks here with me to go into a little more detail with that with you all. Jeff Strickland is our engineer, and John Engler is the seller, representing the sellers of the property. We are the purchasers, which as soon as the soil borings are complete, we'll be consummating the purchase of that property. So if you'd like, I'll call these gentlemen up, and if they have any questions they can explain. I think we had a couple just quick questions that we wanted to address. Jeff, you want to talk about this?
There were just a very few comments.
State your name, please.
Jeff Strickland, civil engineer working with the developer. There are a few recommended comments I believe they're talking about, and one was a traffic study update. There was some discussion about trees, and I can give some more information about the traffic study. I think they were anticipating some fast food restaurants there. So this and the Valvoline are much less dense than that. So we're hoping that that doesn't require an update. That'd be a lot of money to spend for something common sense that says we're going to have less traffic. And then on the issue of the trees, we just need to make sure we're presenting what we're doing. We're taking some trees out and we're putting them back in with units to compensate. And I think a precedent might have been set for what you did with Valvoline. So we want to make sure we match and get it right. I don't think we're asking for any relief or anything. We just need to understand how to present what we're doing.
Right. So for, as far as the traffic study, I think we need to maybe get in touch with Jennifer Beal, our city traffic consultant.
I've reached out to her twice and haven't gotten
Okay, we'll make sure that, you guys get in touch, because I really feel like it's more just an update of uses in the traffic study. We understand it's going to be much less intensive, because I think it was originally meant to be much, more intensive uses potentially on the site. I don't think this is anything, I don't want to speak for her, but I just feel like it's more just as simple of making sure everything's sort of reflecting what's actually happening on the ground. So I don't believe it's going to be over expensive, let me put it that way.
I think the use on our property was a 5,000 square foot high turnover.
Right, right,
Yeah, we're
so.
definitely lower than that.
And as far as the landscape is concerned, the only thing that had come up is that I know there was an overall tree survey that was done. And it was just noted by my senior planner that in some of those trees that were noted to be saved, may have just been one or two, were going to be removed. However, we are only looking at this particular parcel, and that's just to update it to say, because we do require perimeter plantings for this, so it should be easy to basically say, okay, we've got to take out these trees that we thought we're going to save. We're planting these in replacement. So that's really what we're doing. Just want to make sure that that is noted.
There is a little summary on the landscape plan, and we're fortunate the same landscape architect did the overall plan, and he's
Okay.
doing our plan.
Okay.
He denotes those significant trees. Okay, we're removing this many of them, that's this many units, and here's what we're putting back. So there's a summary there. We'll look at it and make sure everything's straight.
Okay.
I think the
Okay,
intent
certainly.
there is to make everything add up.
Okay. That's really all that was. Yeah.
Are there any other questions from the commissioners? The only thing I would add, as far as you all did have an opportunity to look at the possible condition of approval, and are you okay with those?
The conditions, I believe so. It was,
Yes. Okay.
I'm John Engler. I want to make sure I did the development for the overall development for Lowe's and we'll do the
What's your
residential
last
here,
name, sir?
hopefully. Sorry, John Engler from Augusta, Georgia. Sorry. I just want to make sure that I think what Jeff's saying is because Jeff did do the design for the whole Lowe's and everything as well. So we're glad he's doing this project as well. But I think if you read the conditions, I think we could change maybe one word in number one, and then see if we could maybe use the word revise on the traffic study in number 4. I think we say with the landscape requirements of the zoning ordinance and the overall PUD with the overall development would be good on number 1 with the tree preservation, and then for number 4, not that we do a revised study, that we just provide updated information, because I think a revised study would be substantially more.
Well, I think what Myra's saying is that the revision just needs, you can take the existing study, but update it to reflect the proposed use versus the old use.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would still be
Not actually having
protected.
to revise,
Redo.
do another study, you're
Yeah.
just simply revising the existing study to update the current use as a credit union versus a restaurant.
That'll work.
Is that right?
That's correct.
and that
That's
could
correct.
be even a supplement, like a supplement letter from the traffic engineer.
Yeah, and that's correct. I mean, I don't want to speak for her. I just want to make sure that whatever information we have is consistent with what is actually happening on the ground. And I do know that the intent was not to make you redo your study or anything. It's just to make sure it's actually reflecting what is happening. Yeah.
I had a question. On that number 1, if we were to say that the development of this out parcel complies with the tree preservation and landscape requirements of the zoning ordinance, you'd feel more comfortable with that language?
No, that,
I was reading, I missed about half of that.
If we said the development of this out parcel complies with the tree preservation and landscaping requirements of the zoning ordinance, would that resolve the issue?
That would definitely focus it on the out parcel.
I think it's the opposite of what they're
I
wanting.
think what
think-
you're wanting
right.
is that the overall development
Overall,
comply.
That's
Okay.
correct. Now, so just for clarity, what we are using is the overall tree survey. But we are only zeroing in on the out parcel to see if it has changed the overall. So those counts we're using from the original. And again, if there's, honestly, I think it was like 1 tree or 2 max. And that, again, with the whole landscape, you would be required to do, that's an easy fix. So that's all we're saying. We just want to make sure, again, what is actually happening is reflecting in the record. So,
Right, because we're fitting into a plan that was already approved. We need to make sure we
Correct.
don't mess it up.
Okay.
You're right.
All right, are there any other questions from the commissioners? Are there anyone here that object to this application? Okay, back to the commissioners.
I've done like the first 5. Like, so, like okay, well, fine. All right, fine. Application, Mr. Chairman, in regard to application 26-23001, concept plan request tax parcel 123-11-01-003. Planned commercial. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we move to City Council for approval with the conditions as listed.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Clayton that tax parcel number 123-11-01-003, application number 2623001, concept plan request zoning plan commercial, and it's been seconded by Commissioner Roscoe that we send this to City Council for approval. Are you ready for the vote? Are there any questions? Let it be known by raising your hand. All right. We're now down to application number 26-60004, rezoning, and number 26-22005, concept plan, tax parcel number 122-10-14-001, applicants, Aiken County Board of Education, and is zone plan institutional. Are there anyone here to speak in favor of this application?
Good afternoon. I'm Tilden Hildebrand with Hassan Hildebrand representing Aiken County Public Schools. On the subject of the proposed rezoning, I'd like to just take a second to go over what we have in mind doing here. The rezoning affects Kennedy Middle School and South Aiken High School. The project that the school district proposes now is focused only on South Aiken High School. We have ideas, they have ideas about some things to do at Kennedy. Primarily all of those related to improving the traffic situation that's there now. We had this discussion in the work session, but for the benefit of Council Member Price, I'll just go through this real quickly. The way the process works on schools is if you alter any roads on the campus, if you build a new school, the plan is reviewed by the state DOT traffic engineer. It's reviewed by the district traffic engineer in Orangeburg, and those guys determine whether you need a formal traffic study or not. It's about a 50-50 thing. A lot of times they'll review it and they'll recommend traffic improvements, and you don't. But in this case, we do have an independent traffic study. That traffic study is reviewed by all those folks, plus Jennifer Beal, who is the city's traffic engineering consultant. So a lot of thought has gone into this. I'm sorry I keep calling it the Powder House Connector, but go over here, point. Down in this corner here is where there will be a roundabout associated with the Powder House Connector. The designer, the traffic engineer who has done some studies there is also our traffic engineer, so it kind of worked out well. But as you know, there are a lot of traffic problems here. There's 3 schools that all come together here. One of the primary problems with traffic at South Aiken High School now, Kennedy dismisses a little bit earlier, South Aiken dismisses last, but South Aiken Lane here, in the afternoon, backs all the way up from Whiskey Road all the way to about right here. And the cycle on the traffic light turning south onto Whiskey Road is short. So that takes forever. And what this plan proposes is 2 new connections over to the right on the South Centennial Parkway. which would in turn connect to the new Powderhouse connector to get all of those folks down to the south side, headed south, and not get involved in this traffic light over here, which we think is a substantial improvement of the traffic on campus. Student parking down in the lower left, staff parking in front, student parking to the right. Car drop-off is that green loop that comes down in front there. Bus drop-off is the loop that comes down to the right of it. The big white strip in the middle is a drop-off canopy that's shared for cars and buses. Again, the focus here is to try to get people away from Pine Log Road and get them out away from Whiskey Road, primarily on the Powderhouse connector. What you see, new administration area, I don't even know all the elements here. There's a new ag field, an ag functioning building here, some a competition gym, some vocational uses inside that building. We've got stormwater detention handled in 3 locations where the water flows now. They are not associated with this project, but they're resurfacing the track here. A lot of things going on this campus. And I would be glad to answer any questions you might have related to this. I guess I should get to the main point. The property is currently zoned RS10. A more suitable zoning for a school is always planned institutional. We've done this before at Aiken High. We've done this at Aiken Middle, maybe others, but that better accommodates things associated with the school, setbacks, fence heights, any incidental stuff that might be related to a school use. Obviously, better planned institutional than RS10.
So I do have a question regarding the traffic plan to send traffic onto South Centennial. Is that proposed to have the traffic to only turn right to head south towards Tribbett Parkway, or with coming off of the South Aiken from that road to the east, right above the ballpark, would that also be a left turn lane?
That is to be a full access. What the traffic engineer has found is that there is much less traffic that would, and I hope I understand, there's much less traffic that would take a left turn here and go to the west to Pine Log than there is a right turn headed east to Whiskey Road south. So they've done traffic counts here. They have studied the intersection up here, and I think I know where you're headed on this, to look at maybe a traffic light, but that's not warranted.
No, not so much a traffic light, but a potential island just to make a right turn versus turning left, because if I'm not mistaken, the entrance to it would be pretty much directly across from what's there for the apartment complexes across the road. So would they be able to turn both ways, left and right, or they
correct.
would just go right to go?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Yes, that's correct. Here, my question along those same lines is...
No, is that the right one? Yes, on that particular intersection. Yes. So as you follow the yellow line, that's just for a right learner? Is there a curb going in that area to make them required to turn right, or they're going to be able to make a left turn?
That's a full access.
Full access? Okay.
My only concern there is if someone's turning left, they're blocking all the south.
Yeah, so that, now you're backed up.
Oh, are you talking, I'm sorry, you're talking about here.
No, I'm talking about what,
Are you talking about left turn?
no, I'm talking about if you're a student trying to leave turning toward Pine Log.
Right.
Are you gonna then be,
This will be split.
okay, there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
2 lanes, that's right.
Okay, so there'll be an actual left turn lane as well. Okay, okay. Thank you.
Are there any other questions from the commissioners?
Thank you.
You want to speak to the concept plan as well?
Well, I think I just did.
Okay, I'm sorry, I thought
I
you
didn't know
were
whether
just
we
did the
were
zoning.
going to do these
I
both
got
at
you, I'm
the same
sorry.
time. I'll be glad to do that.
Yeah, if you just want to talk about some of the additions, some of the additions, that's really good.
Oh, as to what's going to be there?
Yes,
Oh, I might be getting out of my lane here,
Well-
but I'll certainly.
if you're okay with it.
The architect included some renderings in the narrative. I assume you have a copy of that. And all I can tell you is the look. The look as you see in the narrative will be similar to the existing school. Again, the additions are the colored areas. Renovation work inside the existing school, all administration will move to the front. They'll have classrooms and culinary and some other things inside the school, but I am not versed in all the functions that will go on in the school, but what you see is what you get on these elevations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone here to speak against this application? Okay, back to the commissioners.
All right, Mr. Chairman, in regards to application 26-60004 rezoning and application 26-22005 concept plan for tax parcel number 122-10-14-001, current zoning RS10, proposed zoning PI. I make a motion that we move to City Council for approval.
Okay, in regards to application number 26-2004 rezoning and application 26-22005 concept plan tax parcel number 122-10-14-001 current zone RS10 proposed zoning plan institution PI. Are we ready for the vote? Are there any questions? All in favor of the so said motion, let it be known by raising your hand. Okay, that is it. The last item on the agenda for tonight is adjournment. And we have an motion.
So moved.
So moved.
And we have,
Only city council does that.
Council.
Yeah. But you can have a sidebar if you like to with us.
Yeah, you can stick around. We're happy to talk with you afterwards.
All right.
Did we vote?
Yeah, we need to vote. Yeah, we need to vote. I'm sorry. Hold on for a minute, sir. You want us to go ahead and vote? We can go ahead and vote first, and then we'll come to you. All right. It's been moved and properly second. Let it be known by raising your hand. Okay. We're meeting adjourned.